I'll say it. Everybody ain't got home training. And for anyone that does not understand, I'll translate. Not everyone is raised with structure, identity, culture, even respect. And let me put you on. This is the fastest way to tell. Listen to how people speak about themselves, whether they talking to themselves or someone else, because language reveals your training. I said it. Most people you hear talk are repeating what they heard. They are mimicking how someone else spoke to themselves. Now, hold on, I'm gonna get into it. Not everybody comes from the same kind of home. Some had two parents, some had one, some had none. Some were raised by their grandparents. Child, a lot of folks been raised in chaos. And not all, but some were taught dignity, loyalty, respect, principles, common sense, restraint. And then there were some others raised in pain, destructive behavior, confusion, and even torment. Torment that no child should ever experience. And then some were raised even harder. They raised themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, their basic physical needs. And let's go on even further. Two children raised in the same household by the same two adults can have two separate experiences. That's how deep we're going to go, because we're still talking about metacognition. And home training is not just what someone taught you. The home training is the part that you keep repeating and you keep rehearsing it as you grow. So let me ask you a question. What part of your speech did you inherit? What part of your thinking did you absorb? And what part are you still repeating that does not align with the person you want to become? I'm asking that because most people don't take time to observe themselves. Because they were taught destruction, they stay in destruction. Because they were taught pain, they keep spreading pain. And that's why some people can harm other people, damage communities. They can move through this world with no internal compass for correction. But the ones who are able to apply metacognition, those were the ones that were willing to stop the patterns because they needed to hear themselves. They knew they were different. They can catch on to behaviors much quicker. They question those flexes. They just instinctually choose different, because that's the difference between home training and no home training. Home training is not just someone told you what to do. They didn't tell you just how to think, but everyone doesn't get it like that. So you may have to teach yourself. And the things that you are separate from, those things get more obvious by the day, because observing yourself is also raising yourself, raising your energy, raising your frequency, raising your goals, raising up your mindset. So let me ask, do you have home training? That's the message. That's it. That's all. Bye, baby.